Hi, I'm here to review the film Love Thy Neighbor. And something I need to mention about the movie very quickly. A lot of the things I review and talk about on this channel are family friendly. This is not one of those movies, so it's not for kids. It's a very adult movie. I just have to mention that right away. It's not for kids. But basically, Love Thy Neighbor is a film that I watched because of a specific cast member. And I'm not usually somebody that watches a film that you don't know a lot about, or if it's not a genre I seem interested in. If it just because a certain performance I like is in it, I have made exceptions. Like Vincent Price has been a big exception for a lot of films. I see that Vince Price starring a movie, I'd watch it. In this case, I watch it because of Jamie Snowden. Jamie Snowden, has his YouTube channel and has very much been my inspiration to do the videos that I do. This One of my favorite YouTubers. I would go so far as to say he likely is my favorite YouTuber. I really am. I've been a big fan of his for over a decade, and in addition to being this great YouTuber, turned out he's trying to develop an acting career, and I heard he was in this film, and it's a movie that's I heard it's on Peacock and Tubi, so it's like, he's this YouTuber. He's gone on to have this acting career. It's like, and I felt like I had to see that. So I saw the movie, and he's not the star of the movie. He actually has the supporting role. He's a recurring person in this film, so that felt like it was worth watching just to see him, because I've been such a big fan of his, and he's been very supportive of me. And this review is mostly to talk about what I think of him because that's the reason I watched it. But just to quickly summarize what I thought of the film, um, it was a movie that, to be fair, I didn't really know what was going to happen. And so that's good because, a lot of movies, like sometimes, in the first 10 minutes, what's going to happen and, what's going to happen to the characters and stuff. But this one, it was a bit suspenseful at times. I thought the plot was kind of interesting. I felt like it was kind of a cool little slice of life, sort of romantic drama of like the first hour. Things got a little more intense in the last 20 minutes, and I didn't really like that as much, but there were still some interesting twists that happened at the end. So it was, kind of an interesting movie, and it threw out some surprises. So definitely not a bad film. It's kind of a, smaller movie, and for a smaller movie, it was a pretty interesting one. It really was. It wasn't a bad movie. But the big reason that I watched it was to see Jamie Snowden. So as his porn role is in the film, there's this like I think like the main character is kind of this wife, and her husband is in the movie, and Jamie Snowden plays like the husband's like work partner, and he's hilarious in the movie. He had several scenes that really had me laughing hard. His character is a very questionable boss and a very immature character, and he really did keep me off guard and had me laughing a lot. I really enjoyed that. The most entertaining character in the film. And when it comes to a talented performer, I think the sign of a talented performer is if they can play somebody that's totally unlike who they are. And, I mentioned Vincent Price earlier, and that's a big example. Vincent Price was known for playing really, really villainous characters, but he was known for being an amazing person in real life, super kind and thoughtful and progressive, and just a very sweet person. And Jamie Snowden, who is this really nice guy, this guy who I thought was amazing, in his YouTube videos, and then actually getting to talk to him, and it's a case of, you know, I met somebody that I've admired for years, and he turned out to actually be a really nice guy and really supportive of me, really supportive of others. And in this film, though, he plays a very immature, sleazy sort of character and plays it well. So I think that's a sign of a talent performer when you can play somebody that's totally unlike who you are as a person. And Jamie is hilarious in the movie. His character gets all the best jokes, and it's fun. So it's great to see him. I really liked him in the film, and I'm glad that he gets to be in this film, and I hope that he gets other film roles. So, for me, as somebody who's a big fan of his, it was worth it to see him. And, you know, his enthusiasm is infectious. Like I can tell, like the way he says his lines, like he is just really happy to get this acting role, and you can feel that in his performance. And I'm very happy for him. And I think he absolutely did deserve it. He's a great performer, and you know I wish him the best with any future film roles. Jamie Snowden is great, and and you know, the movie, it was solid. It was pretty interesting and definitely worth a watch for Jamie Snowden. So if you're a fan of his, definitely worth watching. Again, it's an adult movie, so not for kids. I do have to keep stressing that, not for kids at all. But if you know, if you're an adult, it's an interesting, you know, little film, and if you want to see more of Jamie Snowden, it's definitely worth it.